So how's it going, guys? It's your boy Jay from Inside CFC bringing you a brand new video and a new video type. No, not new video type. Probably never seen on my channel. This is me doing this little discussion and informative video about a huge topic which has also been doing the rounds on Twitter and various news sources over the past couple of days, and that is a Chelsea stadium expansion, which is something that has been spoken about for I don't even know how long, since the club has obviously grown its stature hugely over the past 10 years. It's been obviously spoken about of a potential stadium expansion. Now, in recent times, Man City, Liverpool and Tottenham are three examples I can think of football teams in the Premier League that have been granted stadium expansions. No problem. Obviously, I don't know that, but it just seems like it's been no problem. They obviously asked it, and you know, 2-2s they've obviously been given that. Man City are currently in the process of their stadium expansion now. Liverpool, I'm not too sure, and neither Tottenham, I'm not too sure about them as well. But I've seen those that have they've been confirmed. Obviously, correct me if I'm wrong. And then you've got us, who've obviously been asking for stadium expansion for years. And why is it not being granted? And obviously, other teams that have. Problem is Fulham Council. Fulham Council are obviously have to go through Fulham Council, and the Fulham Council have rejected us, I'm pretty sure, several times over the past couple of years in terms of getting a stadium expansion. Now, one of the reasons why is, I'll have a picture up on the screen just in case you've never actually looked at it from this point of view, is the surrounding areas. Now, I'm probably thinking, okay, there's some houses, there's some flats, there's some buildings surrounding Stamford Bridge, but how does that really affect, you know, expanding Stamford Bridge? Like, why can we not just expand it? Well, Fulham Council obviously have their concerns of how, you know, a huge construction like this in terms of upgrading the stadium will affect the surrounding areas, and obviously they've probably done a lot of research into this to obviously reject us several times, and it's obviously never worked. And also, as you can see, behind the west stand, you obviously have the Fulham Broadway train track, which will obviously be something to take into consideration as well, especially in terms of trying to obviously make a large stadium. So let's get into the advancements and why this has all come about again, especially the fact we've been rejected so many times over the past few years. This message was sent to all Chelsea season ticket holders, I think a couple of days ago, and it says a year ago a study of the area from Fulham Broadway to Stamford Bridge and beyond was commissioned by Chelsea Football Club owner Roman Abramovich to examine the potential of upgrading the streetscape. Now, the streetscape is obviously the surrounding areas as well as the stadium to obviously allow this expansion to happen. Now, let's carry on. The study also began to assess the feasibility of an expansion of the stadium capacity within the existing historical site boundary based on the principles of improving site access, benefiting the neighbourhood, and enhancing the spectator experience. Now, let's just sort of break that bit up and expand it a bit. What does it actually mean? One of the key terms to note in that little subsection is existing historical site boundary. Now, what that means, especially in terms of how the stadium will be expanded, and I'm going to go into that, is a lot of Chelsea fans, especially the Stamford Bridge goers and Chelsea faithful, have said to Stamford Bridge and obviously the owners, you expand the stadium, we don't want it to change. Now, obviously you're thinking, what? Obviously Stamford Bridge has its historical structure and it is visible from a lot of spots in the Fulham area. Now, what they have said is they want the stadium to be kept at the exact same height and it just to basically seem exactly the same apart from larger. How are Chelsea going to do this? Now, one of the suggestions, which I may not too sure if this has been confirmed or this is just a suggestion, but it seems I've seen this a lot, and I think this is what the potential solution to that request is to actually dig under Stamford Bridge. Now, that would obviously mean demolishing the site completely and rebuilding it. But once the site has been dug, obviously Chelsea want to upgrade to at least a 60,000 capacity minimum, which is what I would expect. They want to obviously dig underneath Stamford Bridge and add the extra 20,000 seats underneath the current 42,000, keeping the stadium at the same sky level, and obviously the structure to be somewhat similar but obviously bigger, allowing the extra 20,000 seats to obviously to be added below the current 42,000. So it means the pitch level will be a lot lower, but I'm pretty sure with the digging process it will actually feel like it's lower. It just feel like you know, it's got bigger, but it will obviously be lower. So that is what has been suggested. Now let's go back to the message and carry on. It says Mr. Abramovich has appointed a professional team to assess in more detail the feasibility of expanding the existing stadium capacity at Stamford Bridge grounds. The process now enters a further local consultation phase. This will include an explanation of the rationale for expansion, driven by spectator demand for more seats and the need to increase the stadium revenue to remain competitive with our major rivals, this revenue being especially important under financial fair play rules. Finances. How is this going to affect the club? Chelsea ticket prices are obviously a huge problem every single year for fans who go to games and obviously complain that as much as they love going to games, the ticket prices are expensive, and for the fans who just simply can't attend games because they can't afford tickets. Now, expanding will obviously means there'll be 20,000 more minimum tickets purchased per game than currently are. Obviously, the club are in a good financial situation. So, if you're gaining obviously extra 20,000 tickets per game, what does that mean to ticket prices? Now, ticket prices are going to be kept the same, and obviously you get extra 20,000 times, well, not times, the ticket price is different in each section of the stadium, but you know what I mean. 20,000 more tickets purchased obviously mean 20,000 different individuals tickets will be added to the current revenue the club makes. Hopefully that just made sense what I've just said. But could Chelsea lower ticket prices? Because they could lower ticket prices to match the current match day earnings they currently make from every game, because they obviously have the extra 20,000. That could potentially happen, but ticket prices could, I would hope, temporarily go up purely to cover sort of, you know, the cost it obviously did make to make the expansion happen, and that could obviously be for a short period of time. Obviously, that revenue would be able to get back super quickly, just like, for example, Fernando Torres. How quickly did we make back the 50 million just from selling the Fernando Torres shirts? It was crazy. But anyway, let's get back into the next topic and the next page. It says technical solutions for stadium capacity expansion are being investigated. Initially, the stage of consultation will focus at present on discussing the rational and technical solutions for expansion with the residents and match-going spectators, local stakeholders, neighbours, season ticket holders, and club members will be invited to comment on the potential expansion. And that's pretty much it for this message. So, what's going to happen now is, as you can see, there is a date and all that down below, but unfortunately, if you're not a season ticket holder, a club member, a neighbour, or a local stakeholder, you can't actually attend this. I'm pretty sure if you do turn up, you may be able to get in, but I'm pretty sure they would just tell you where's your season ticket or etc. why you haven't actually invited. But yeah, I've been talking for over 7 minutes now. Hopefully I've covered every single topic potentially. Obviously, if I missed anything out, please let me know, and I'll happily, you know, have a little discussion in the comment section below. But what do you think about stadium expansion? Has it been well overdue, or are we, you know, on the process of having something absolutely huge that will obviously tailor everything that needs in terms of the local council, the match-going fans, and obviously the spectators who obviously are complaining about, you know, atmosphere and all that malarkey. So I will see if there are any updates on this. I will carry this on. But yeah, if you haven't done this video, please leave a like down below. I really much appreciate it if you could subscribe as well. We're so close to 200 subscribers. And if you get 200 subscribers before the beginning of next season, absolutely amazing. Again, if there are any updates on this, I'll bring you a video as soon as possible on that. And hopefully I've explained everything in as much detail as possible. But yeah, this has been your boy Jay from Inside CFC. I'll see you in the next video.